Hello, so we're going to go over how to make a theme park poster in Photoshop. So inside of Canvas, I did give you guys a copy of, um, if you go under your modules and you go under theme park posters, I did give you a template for Google Slides and Canva, but now there is also a template for Photoshop. So if you want to use Photoshop, you just download that, go ahead and put that in your user F drive. Once you open, I'm going to go ahead and open Photoshop. I'm going to close Photoshop. Let me go ahead and open it. So you just come down here, you scroll down to Adobe Photoshop. It will require you to sign in with your school email and log in your first time. After that, it shouldn't have you do that anymore. It will probably have you talk about the automatic AI, being able to use it and generate things. Go ahead and close that. If it starts giving you a tutorial, just say do it later. But once you've downloaded that file I've given you in Canvas, you just go to open and you go to where you save that file. So you should put it in your user F drive. Again, you should go under your folder that you put it under and go to poster template. So when you open it, you'll get something like this. So I've already given you an example text. So you can just click on that and type in whatever your theme park or restaurant or attraction is. You can type it in. You can change the font. So again, you might want to experiment with different fonts. It's going to match your area of the park or your restaurant or whatever you're making a poster for. So I would just try to find something that matches that and just type that in. I've already given you guys that layer, and you can change this font size. You can change the color. So again, font size, color. Once you are done with your font, just press the check mark and you're done. If you come over here and you click on these arrows, now you can move your font to wherever you want on your screen. And again, you also can make another one just by clicking on the text box, and it will make you just draw out where you want the next text. So again, for example, if you want to do like Humpty and then Dumpty down below, you can do Humpty here and then Dumpty there, and you just press check mark. If you don't like something, just like almost any program, you can always delete it. So you can erase over here, but worst case, you can right click over here uh, and delete layer. So if you don't want that text that you put in there, there you go. Now, once you switch out of the text tool, we have a couple other layers here. You can just delete this layer again. So I also give you an art layer. So with the art layer, you could draw. So again, you could go over here to your pencil tool or paintbrush tool and you can change your pencil. You guys do have your Wacom tablet, so you guys can take a drawing pen and you can draw. So you want to make sure you're on that layer when you're drawing. So if you draw something and you don't like it, you can always use the erase tool and erase it, or you can always just turn off that layer, and you can always make another art layer by just clicking on this plus sign right here, and then there's another layer. You can just turn that one off or you can delete it. But you want to make sure we're using layers because you don't want to work on the background. I've also gave you a background color layer. How you guys can fill that is you just go to Edit, Fill. So again, click on your background color. So if you want a different color for your background of your poster, you want to make sure you click on the background color layer. And you're going to go to Edit, Fill, and you're going to pick whatever color you want. So you go to foreground color, background. You just click on color, and it lets you select whatever color you want to make for your background. So again, if you're using it for a dragon, you might want to make it green, or an alien. If you're making it for like the ice park, water ride, you want to make it blue maybe. If you're trying to go like the desert, you might want to go down to orange brown. If you're doing a haunted house, you could do red or brown. So I'm just going to press OK. You just press OK, and now their background color is that. Same thing, like I said, you can always erase that layer, or you can always turn it off. So you have your background layer for your color, you got your art layer to draw your different things. And again, you're just trying to use your ride for an example. So you want to make sure that you guys have like your attraction or restaurant or theme that you're trying to incorporate, because you want to try to use that. So for example, Humpty Dumpty is my area of Storybook Lane, and I'm going to make a poster for him. Again, I made one earlier in Google Slides, again, which was very minimalistic. So here he is right there. But again, I can make him more detailed in here. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and turn off that layer and make a new drawing layer. And again, I'm going to use my Wacom tablet, and I can draw out, Humpty Dumpty. So I can actually draw him. I can actually, you probably draw a better version of him than that one I had. I could give him his hat. I can actually draw his eyebrows and his eyes. Again, always go back to your reference and look and see what he has. So he has these eyes. He has a nose that's kind of circular. And he has that huge grin. Again, I'm doing this really quickly, but I can go through it. I can draw his shirt, his pants. I can draw his legs. What's cool is if you're working in layers like we're supposed to, then you could use the move tool and move Humpty Dumpty, or you're drawing whatever it is. Just make sure you have your layer that you're drawing on selected, and then you can move that layer. If you have problems grabbing your background, like I just had on accident right there with my Photoshop, you can always turn on auto selector off. So it had auto select on, so that's why every time I try to move Humpty Dumpty, it kept selecting back. But see, I can grab my character and move him around. I can make another layer for his like wall. I could either take a tool like this and do a fill-in kind of thing, or again I could take the draw tool like I just did and draw the actual brick wall he's sitting on. I'm just doing this really quick, but you could draw out the different bricks and color them individually. There is a fill tool, just like any other program. You want to make sure that when you're doing your fill tool that you have everything closed off, otherwise it will fill the whole scene. The fill tool should be underneath the gradient tool, so it's this one right here. So again, if I pick a color, I'm going to pick white. See, I didn't close off Humpty Dumpty good enough. But let's see here, if I closed off, see the brick wall, I closed off pretty good. So again, you could go through, make sure everything's closed off. If you have the loop closed, then you should be able to fill it. Once you are done, you want to save this as a JPEG so I can print it. So you're going to go to File, and you're going to go down to where it says Export, and you're going to export as, and you want to change this to JPEG. So again, format JPEG. And then you're going to export, and just make sure you save it in your file that you know where you can save it and turn it in. So again, one more time, once you are done, you're going to go to File, Export, Export as, and then you can export it as a JPEG to turn it in so I can print it for us, for our posters. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know.